Hello, good afternoon. Once again, welcome to Gunners Lovers TV. Harry Kane has spoken on behalf of the England national team, this time directly at the pundits. You have ITV, you have BBC. People feel, opinion is that he's directly speaking to Gary Lineker. Who they said, I've not seen it, referred to England national team after their performance against Denmark as the S word. So Kane has come out to say something very important. That he totally agrees with the fact that people have their opinion and people must express themselves. After all, it's a national team, it's not a private team. So that is what the pundits are doing, and they have a job to analyze matches, without fear of favor. Just say it how it is, and as ex-footballers, they will understand style of play, decision making on the field. And he also feels with the position they occupy as pundits, people respect what they say when they analyze football. The comments they make are very weighty, and people tend to support those comments, or not just support the comments, take it as a very strong professional review. That if there's a correction to be made, when it comes from people like them, then the FA or any player will have to take it seriously. Now, but he also wants to remind all of them that as a country, they've not won anything for a very long time. And part of the people who have passed through not winning anything at all for England, the likes of Gary Lineker, Rooney and co, Alan Shearer, and all these pundits, because it's good to call a spade a spade. They are the ones in ITV and BBC. All these pundits put together, they are all England, many of them England ex-players. They've not, in their time, won World Cup, or maybe even the European Cup. So he said they should be mindful of that. The reason why he's bringing it up is not because he wants to have a dig at them, but that shows how hard it is to win or to play for your country. It's very hard. So he wants more of consideration and fairness when they spank the national team in their comments. Another news making the rounds is the news from Sky Germany, from Florian Plettenberg, discussing one player called Gurase. He's a Guinean player, and is on loan to Stuttgart from Rennes in France. He is the second highest goal scorer from what he's describing in the Bundesliga this last season or so. And that Arsenal has their eyes again on this one. So everywhere you go, any player that is about to move or is looking to move, or the newspaper have mentioned he should move when he doesn't want to even move, Arsenal must be added to the fray of clubs cutting the player. So he has said again now that Arsenal has their eyes too on him. So remember, we told you Victor Gyökeres, from what Lemino said, the athlete, the Portuguese athlete that we read from, that the deal, Sporting Lisbon wanted 90 million euros. but Arsenal has settled for 75 million euros with them. Georges Mendes is the agent, and I think Arsenal has done some deals with this agent before, or many times, so they know themselves. So that's another player that's been linked to Arsenal. Outside Chelsea, that has bought this Aderbio, a defender who is a free agent. I've not seen the big six buying players at the moment. It has been very slow. The excuse is euros, euros, euros. But I think this is more than euros, because, or maybe after the first round for the group stage in euros, many players would have gone home. If any of them is among the players they are chasing, then there might be a chance to make deals. In that of Victor Gikores, the agent says they are there because of the coach, that Sporting Lisbon's coach, Amori. But it depends on what happens to Amori. We started saying this since his last season, when they had about 8 games left. So whether, I think at the time Amori was being lined up for Liverpool job after Klopp. So a player believes in a manager's playing style and style of play, or what we call it, style of play, and decides to come and join if the project is exciting. He scored, Victor Gores has scored about 43 goals, so he's very prolific. And I said that a lot of clubs are cutting him. He has not come out now to say a deal has been done. So, and of course, he will not be the first to say it. It is the club that will mention it. When they mention it, Arsenal also mention on this side too. So we are all excited about the prospect of him joining Arsenal. And we are also hearing all sorts of players joining from left to right. In terms of midfield, no concrete bid has been made for a midfielder. There are only 2 other positions. Let's make it very clear that news, online, newspaper, and all that media has been strong on. The wings, the other two wings are for Nico Williams. We are told they have made contact, and whether a bid has been made before and been made now. But that of Freddie Kagulu for Fenerbahce, a bid has gone in, as I told you people. They want about 35 million. Arsenal is circling around 20 million at the moment. Bid rejected, so they might have to go second time if all these reports are true. So it is very, very, very difficult nowadays for players to just be bought like that. There's so many things to consider. But today's newspaper report also revealed that Victor Osimhen should not be ruled out from going to Arsenal. That Arsenal still has their eyes on Victor Osimhen. And I know when I say this one too, there's some people might say this is very unrealistic, because it's about 120 million euros for Osimhen. And don't forget, Osimhen's last season had a very serious injury record. It was not as prolific as last 2 seasons or so, when they won the Scudetto, or the Scudetta they call it. So, for the first time after a very long time, Napoli won it. Or if they have not even won it before. So, Osimhen is not in that 26 to 30 goal range 2 years ago. I think this last one now around 17, 18. So let's just be mindful of that. The reason, one of the major reasons, I'm not giving an excuse for Jesus, is that his injury record now, since after he got that injury from World Cup, I think it's that Cameroonian guy that just, another player that gave it to him. he has not recovered fully from that injury. So it comes in, a player who starts and it's like an engine starting, going off, starting, going off. There's no flow. That is also what we don't want to experience with Victor Osimhen. We want somebody who is very, very strong. You know, the demand for the Premier League is so high. That brings me to Gallagher. Gallagher of Chelsea. He's a very strong player. But people, today, I read newspaper, he's discussing his health issues, you know, which I commend him for. He has asthma, but he's very energetic and seems to be more energetic than any of his teammates. Another person you can count him to look like is Kante, their former midfielder, who is now playing in the French national team. So, this is where the transfer is at the moment. There is nothing happening. We have not seen any player entering plane coming for medical. We have not seen Arsenal fans tracing flight map. We have one eye on the Euros, one eye on the Premier League football transfer. Now, to round up, Prince Williams has generously spoken to the England national team not to overreact over their performance against Denmark. It's still all to play for, and that they should concentrate and continue with the task at hand. He has encouraged them by calling them. So we're hoping that that will energize them in the next match against Slovenia. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank all those who have subscribed. Do not walk past. This is Gunners Lovers TV. I'm your host, Augustine. Remember, Jesus Christ loves you. Happy Sunday to you all. Share this video to your friends. Hit the notification bell when we release videos. You'll be the first to receive it. I'll see you in our next video.